Namaskar. We are continuing our discussions on Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, or eight-limbed yoga. Ashta, eight, Anga, limb, like portion of the body. So the body of yoga, which is composed of eight indispensable parts. Please don't confuse with the modern, like Ashtanga yoga, vinyasa practice like that. That is mostly towards the Hatha yoga, towards the physical development, and also not classical. It's a modern invention. It was invented recently. But this Ashtanga yoga is very, very classical. It was formulated by Patanjali, Maharishi Patanjali, a very prominent yogi, and then he wrote the treatise called Yoga Sutram. And before him also these practices of course existed, but he systematized and he summarized. And this Ashtanga yoga is so perfect because it is developing every portion of the body and mind. So it becomes very complete and holistic approach to development. We have discussed Yama and Niyama principles. They are moral principles. Rather, you can say they are practices. You practice those principles, and as a result, your mind becomes very healthy. So in the healthy mind, you can, it's like a vehicle. So you can drive that vehicle very fast towards your infinite destination. The goal of human life is to realize infinity, to realize infinite cosmic consciousness, or Brahma, supreme entity, supreme non-attributional entity. So Yama and Niyama are the pillars. When the pillars are in place, then we can start the practice of asana, pranayama, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. Today, in the present world, like Western men, with our ignorance or arrogance, we see in India these practices, and we understand, oh, this is just a religion, this is that. We will just take this portion, we will take this asana practice. We don't need soul, we just take some portion of yoga, and other things, they are just superstitions. No need to pay any attention. So in this way, when yoga came to the Western world, it has been severely curtailed. It has been just, you cut the upper portion, you cut the lower portion, and only one navel portion is there. It's like the yoga has lost its soul. It has become really purely materialistic, actually. It's not supposed to be, because every practice that helps you to increase the energy increases the risk and increases responsibility. You don't give the grenade to a monkey, because monkey can do, you know, God knows what with that type of explosive device. So ourselves, we should first care to develop the principles of morality, and then we increase our energy, or at least we do it simultaneously. So asana practice, the physical exercises, they do increase both physical energy and mental energy also. You become very firm in your mind. So that firmness is very good. If it is correlated with high ideals, with the faith in the Supreme, but that firmness is very bad when it is correlated with ego. I know, I am the best, and you become very hard on that. And I had many experiences like that, when people, they actually damage themselves spiritually through the practice of yoga. They became very firm in their ego, and that softness which you need to experience divine love, it has been gone. So asanas, though it is still very low portion of yoga, still needs to be practiced carefully. First one is to embrace the ideals, the principles. I will not harm anybody. I will do good to others. I will be pure. I will not steal. I will not lie. So this is what makes yogi. If you follow that, you're already yogi. If you are doing asanas only, but not follow that, you are not yogi. So asana, what is the definition? Sthira sukham asanam. It means the position of the body in which body and minds achieve the state where you feel calm, composed, and you feel happy also. Sthira means composure. You are very, very calm, very sweetly peaceful. That is sthira. Sukham, it is pleasant, pleasurable. You are in that position, but you feel so nice. You don't want to move anywhere, don't do anything else. You just feel so happy. That's sthira sukham asanam. So asanas, they are divided into two subgroups. Two groups. One is called Dhyanasana, asanas for meditation. So in classical yoga, this Dhyanasana is actually the asana. When Patanjali talks about asana, he talks about this Dhyanasana. And later on, the development of yoga was going on, and then the Hatha yoga developed. So Hatha yoga is mostly focused on the physical postures for the health. So the postures for the health, they are called Svásthyásanas, or the health asana. Svastya. Svastya means health. Svásthyásanas. Dhyanasana, meditation asana, and Svásthyásanas. So Dhyanasana, the most important is this lotus posture. Very perfect asana for meditation. You feel so stable. You are sitting, you are not shaking. You are very stable, and the spine is very firm. The spine is just like a road, very powerful main road, through which the energy moves. So this spinal cord has to become very, very straight as possible, like that. In that situation, you will feel that your mind is powered up. It is true in meditation and also in day-to-day practice. Like I give lectures, and I see in audience whether I am giving enough energy or not. So one day I came to one city, and they put one nice sofa for me, to speak like Guruji type. So I thought, okay, let me sit there. So I sit on that sofa, and then I try to speak. So I say good things, but nobody gets inspired. And I'm thinking, what is this? What is wrong? And there is one very interesting rule for the monks, for the teachers of meditation. The rule is that you will always use the hard seat whenever possible. So sit on the hard, not sit in the soft. I didn't understand, maybe just to suffer, little bit, not to be too much luxurious, I was thinking. But that time I realized why is it for? When you sit on the hard and your spine is straight, you're full of energy. You can project that energy. So I was sitting on the sofa like this. You can now see even my energy. It dies out. So I was trying, for 40 minutes, I was trying to inspire people. Nobody is inspired. Then what is this? What is wrong? I stood up, I pushed that sofa away, I put chairs, I sat on the chairs, and the rest of the lecture, everybody was so awake, everybody was so interested. So I realized that even when you speak, if you want to project the confidence and energy, your spine has to become straight. So the exercises that improve the health of the spine is very important. Straighten you up, very important. And also this posture when you meditate. The moment you bend a little bit, That's it. You lose concentration. Of course, you can still do meditation, but the quality just drops like 50%. So one needs to put something under the buttocks to lift the coccyx, to lift up yourself. And then when the knee, normally when people sit, the knee is not touching the floor. So the gap between the knee and the floor, there has to be as much pillow under your buttocks. Then it will be easy to hold the straight spine, and then it will be easy to meditate. So in the beginning it takes a little bit time to master this posture, but slowly, I think in half a year or 8 months I mastered this posture. First I was sitting like this. I was very, very stiff, so I was sitting like this. Then I thought that, let me try at least half lotus, like this. So I sit like this. And I suffer a lot, you know, pain here, pain everywhere. So I think I could meditate maybe 10 minutes peacefully, and then rest of 10-15 minutes I meditate, so much pain. So anyway, I try, and I understand that if I feel pain, it means my desire to think of the Supreme is not enough, is not strong enough. That's why I'm getting distracted by the pain. If I really want to meditate, I will meditate, doesn't matter, pain or not pain. So then I start to put under me some pillows, and then I sit. And then, you know, when you meditate, I think brain develops some kind of chemical. It's like anesthetic. Many times I have experienced. Like, I come to sit in meditation. We are planning to meditate for 3 days, and every day we will do 12 hours meditation. So lots of sitting. And I inspired everybody to do this. So now, if I am not there, everybody will be very discouraged. But suddenly I have some cramp in my spine, in the back. And then I feel so painful actually, and not comfortable to sit. Then I what to do? Even 15 minutes is painful. What to do? How to do the 12 hours and another 12 hours and another 12 hours. But then I decided, I just sit. Doesn't matter the pain. I will just focus very, very strongly on the Supreme, on the mantra, on the meditation. And then after 40 minutes, just everything dissolved. And beautifully I did meditation for the last 3 days. So I think the brain secretes some kind of hormone, some kind of anesthetic or something like that. So your entire body actually gets healed. So slowly, by increasing your concentration, I find that also, like one friend of mine, he's my initiate, student of meditation. He came for retreat. He is also practicing something like Taekwondo, some martial arts. So for him, being flexible is important. So in the retreat, he was doing asanas, he was doing meditation, and then in the retreat, after the retreat, he said, Dada, I don't understand. For 5 years, I'm practicing martial arts. Every day, I'm trying to stretch myself. How come in 3 days of retreat, I became more flexible than in the last 5 years? What is this? I said, because your brain has become different. Your mind uplifted. It is not anymore tamasic. It's not anymore like very hard and stiff and very stagnant. Your mind has become subtle. So that subtle mind reflects in the body. And from the body, the flexible body, the body in which the life is not choked by any immobility, that flexible body also affects the mind. So it is double-way process. You make your mind subtle, your body is affected. You make your body subtle, the mind is affected. So Dhyānasana is this. One is lotus, one is half lotus, just like this. I'm sitting now half lotus. Another one is just like this, you sit. Another one is called Siddhasana, like this. You sit like this. It is also a good asana for meditation. Another one also like this. This is called Virasana. When the chakra meditation is done and you need to awaken a very strong willpower, this asana is very good. So here I am sitting like this. Very painful. When you are not accustomed, it's very painful. It's just like you need to grow the thick skin there. So you're sitting there and your inspiration wakens up. So those are the Dhyanasanas. Apart from Dhyanasanas, there are Svásthyásanas. And their practice is also very important. Svásthyásana increases the circulation of the blood. It affects the muscle, affects the ligaments, affects the glands, affects the vital energy moving in the body, affects the chakras, affects the nerves. So this is very all-round exercise, or you can say inner size. In exercise, inner size. So something within goes on. It is different from sport. Sport mostly affects cardiovascular, heart, breathing, muscles. But to go deep and affect the glands and change the glandular secretions, normally sport exercise cannot do. But this special exercise of yoga, they can change. The glands is just like a government of our body. Let's say you want to promote some policy. Let's make free education for everybody in our country. Okay? So you are a democratic country. So you are going. One way is to go house by house. Hello, this is our program, this is our proposal. And you try to convince every citizen in the country that we need to change. This is one way. Another way, you go straight to the government, to the people who are in charge of making this kind of decisions. You talk to them. You convince them, the entire country is changed. So in the body there are many citizens, like cells of the body, they are citizens. But there is government, and that government is the glands. So the glands, they secrete the hormones. And it is the hormonal secretion that is deciding whether you are going to be thin or bigger or tall or short, hungry, you want to eat all the time or you don't want to eat at all, you will have good memory, you will not have good memory, you will be interested in studies, in meditation you will not be interested, you will be angry, you will be loving. All of this is regulated by the hormonal secretions. So why don't we establish some good connections, in the society? And through those connections we change the entire state. So the asanas is like that. You squeeze the glands by pressing them. Like for example, okay. For example, this asana. What is happening? The spinal cord is getting twisted. So that movement provides circulation, provides health. It doesn't become stiff, okay? So this is also good. Another one, all this portion, all the digestive system gets twisted. One side, then another side. I don't know if you have been ever washing the floor, not with a standard mop, but with just some regular rag. So how you wash? You wash, and when you want to clean the rag, what you do? You put in the water like that, you take out and then you squeeze, again you put in the water, and then again you squeeze. So it is a similar thing for your body. You squeeze, then you relax a little bit, lying down. Again you squeeze, again you relax. So in that way, your entire area become exercised and supplied with the circulation. So this asana is considered to be Sarva Roga Hara, or killer of all the diseases. This asana kills all the diseases. So in this way there are many asanas. Thousands and thousands and thousands of asanas that stretches the glands or organs, squeezes them, twists them, and in that way restores their functionality and regulates a proper hormone secretion. All the deviations, psychological deviations, you know, sadness, anger, all these things, they can be corrected by practice of asanas. So the mind can be prepared for subtle activities of meditation. So this is the idea behind the asanas. It's really all-round exercise. Apart from asanas, it is good to do some sports. Running, good. Not very strenuous, not like you want to become Olympic champion, because that is not very good for the body. But just some good enough sport. And in yoga, there are two dances, which is putting more pressure on the cardiovascular system. One is called Kaushiki. You train yourself. It is really also like a panacea also from many diseases. And one is Tandava, you know, dancing like Lord Shiva. The dance of creation, the dance of life and death, you know, the game between life and death. And you are jumping, you know, you are supporting the life. You are awakening the life. So this chapter of yoga is very important. Yeah, I hope it is clear. Dhyanasanas, Svásthyásanas. Sometimes people, they cannot sit in proper Dhyanasana. The body is not flexible, stiff. So they need to do a lot of Svásthyásanas to achieve a good posture. And then in that good posture, you are sitting, you're full of energy. You're not sleeping in meditation. Many times people sit in meditation and then this is called fishing. There are many styles, you know. One style is just like a woodpecker, like this. Another one is fishing. Another one falling backwards. So it is because of maybe too much stress. The body is very exhausted, not rested, and also the posture has to be good. So through Svásthyásana, we develop a good posture, we develop good energy, and then we can meditate. So yeah, write in the comments what you think about it. Even to start, at least once a day need to do asanas. Better twice a day. Even if you don't have time at all, even one asana you do, it becomes a good habit. And once you do one asana, your state of mind changes and you want to do more. So it becomes, and after asana, when you have done asanas, you feel yourself really human being. You feel like, this is life. I enjoy my life. Yeah, because such a state of mind, such a pure and soft and calm state of mind. But there are different styles of yoga, actually, I should say. Like a classical yoga, you do asana, you rest. After that, you do another, you rest. Now there are many variations. You flow through this asana, that asana, you change so many. For meditation, maybe they're good for health. For meditation, not very good. You have to learn the proper style. That proper style, you feel after the practice, you feel serenity. You feel very calm and also sweet. You feel like loving feeling. That is the effect of the proper practice of asana. If you are still remaining agitated and things like that, or restless, like too much energy, you don't know what to do with that energy, that's not very proper style. You have to change the style. So, I will record later on all the asanas of our system, and we will record some few yoga classes. And here we have also Didyananda Sanjana in this channel. She has been giving some asana classes, so you can learn from there. Okay, see you next video.